Okay, let's get started and talk about why network marketing, why now. Now, this is a really important topic for me, close to my heart, because network marketing is something that I got involved in earlier, but it has helped me through some really difficult patches in my life. Now, what I want to talk about is network marketing, multi-level marketing. It could be direct sales that you're talking about. It's effectively working for yourself, but actually having a company behind you doing all the logistics. It's an amazing business opportunity for people, but a lot of people don't understand it. And so through lack of understanding, they like to push it away. And that is just a fear-based decisions. So let's see if we can change some of that, even for those that are in the space at the moment. Hearing some of the things that I'm going to talk about tonight might make you think differently about how you share them. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm actually going to be referring to network marketing. Let's just take network marketing as, multi-level marketing, direct sales. I'm just going to refer to it as network marketing, so I don't have to go through the whole lot. And I'm going to call it your online business apprenticeship, because that's what it is when it gets started. So why is now the right time to start your online business apprenticeship? And what I want you to think about is, now we are approaching the end of the year. We're up to the 23rd of November. Now is the perfect time to do anything. But what about making next year your yes year? So what if you actually said yes to something now, to set yourself up for a much better year next year? And a year of choice is what I really want you to think about. So let's take some time to reflect. What is important to you? So what lessons have you learned so far this year? Even thinking the last couple of years, when we've had a lot of lockdown, we've had a lot of changes to the way we live our life. And a lot of people have started to think about the things that are more important to them. More time with family, more time at home, more time to focus on your health and well-being. A lot of things have changed, and now all of a sudden COVID is lifting and people are going back to work in the office, and they're going, oh my gosh, so I've got to travel an hour to work. Before, I've been working from home, been able to see my kids for breakfast, and I can see them for dinner. Once I'm going back to work, that all stops. Even I saw somebody the other day say, I'm so excited that my kids are no longer being homeschooled, but at the same time, I'm really sad that I am going to miss that part of it. So let's have a think about what is important to you, and what really have you realized. Now, I want you to think about 5 different categories. So health and well-being being one. Number 2 being finances and wealth creation. So I want you to think about how it has been up until now, and then think about how it is going forward. Because think about the last 2 years, the last 5 years, the last 10 years. Where have you been? Have you been on a straight path? Have you been on an upwards trajectory or downwards? So whatever you have been on, if it's that way now, it will continue. So if you are going down, it will continue to go down unless you make a change. If it is just going straight and nothing's really changing, it will continue to be like that. And are you comfortable to just live that life, that level of health, that level of finances, or are you going to make decisions to change? Number 3 we're thinking about is relationships. Number 4 is personal growth. So how we grow ourselves. It can be what we read. It's about who we hang out with. It's about who we are as a person, who we are becoming. And there's passion and purpose, having a real jump in your step and things that you are wanting to do. Now, I want you to think about, what is your 5-year plan? So now we're, coming up to 2022. Can you believe? So we've got 2027, what would you like your life to be like in 5 years? Where was it 5 years ago? Then where would you like it to be in the next 5 years? What do you imagine your life is going to be like? Where are you actually headed? That's the thing to think about. Now, if you've got some thoughts, make sure you pop them down on a piece of paper, you share them. Feel free to pop them in the chat. But yeah, what is your 5-year plan? Where are you going? Because where are you at now? And why is it important that things change? Are you tired? Are you exhausted? Are you frustrated? Or are you generally happy and excited about life? Because if nothing changes, nothing changes. And so this is why it's important. And what we're talking about tonight is just one option amongst many, many, many options that you have. But I'm going to be talking about why network marketing is a legitimate opportunity for you to have something that maybe could change all 5 of those things that we spoke about at the start. So it's really about pain to paradise. So when we think about your health and well-being, where are you at now? Are you in pain or are you sitting in paradise? It's not just about what size dress you wear. It's about how you feel each day. It's about how you wake up, what energy levels you have. It's about your mental health. How is that? It's about, your fitness. It can be just around how you feel about food, about what you eat. You sit there and you could be a size 6, but you eat really badly and you feel a bit sluggish, even though you're skinny. So how is your health and well-being? What about finances and wealth creation? Are we in pain over the last 5 years? Are we going to continue that way? Or are we in paradise? So what is your pain and what is your paradise? And where are you right now? If that was a level from 0, being paradise being 0 and pain being 10, where is your pain level? Are you sitting at a level of pain of 10? Are you sitting at a level of pain of 0, meaning you're sitting in paradise? What about your relationships? This has been a really tough one through COVID. Are you finding that you're spending a lot of time on your own, that you're preferring kind of the solo show, which I tell you what, a lot of people coming out of COVID have been not that excited about coming out from a relationships perspective. They've enjoyed the quiet, particularly people with mental health issues. The COVID sometimes was a bit of a blessing. Well, you've got relationships, and I know some people that are just booking in stuff every weekend with all different people because they just can't wait to get back out and about again and meeting people. So where are you? Are you flying solo, or are you out and being happy and laughing and joking around and really making the most out of your life? Where are you on the pain to paradise? Let's talk about personal growth. So are you confused? You don't know where you want to be. You don't know what you want to be. You're not sure whether you're happy. You feel bored. Or do you feel challenged every day? Do you feel like you wake up and you're doing things like mindset training, you're doing mindfulness, you're doing meditations, you're doing journaling, all of these things? I know a lot of people go, what the hell? No, I'm not doing any of those kinds of things, but it is unbelievable what these kinds of things can do for your life. But quite often we are so busy that we don't get time to actually do any of them because we are just so busy all the time. But then where are you then? Be honest, from pain to paradise, where are you? I can see Mariella said, I plan to replace my income from my full-time job. That is amazing. So when you actually think about, where you are on these scales, it will all reflect back to those decisions that you want to make. And lastly, passion and purpose. Let's think about that. Are you waking up each day and just going, here we go again, get up, have breakfast, go to work, come home from work, cook dinner, go to bed? Or are you waking up and just saying, I love my life, freaking love my life? So are you walking with a real hop in your step? Are you jumping out of bed because you're excited about what you do? Or are you thinking that you're just doing the days and they're just going over and over and over? And you might have some good days, but generally you say, yeah, I'm happy. But there's always the but. You're not feeling that real buzz of energy. You're not getting any of those in general adrenaline kind of rushes where life is really exciting. It's important to have that in life. And before, people would say you don't need it. But you know what? Through COVID, what have we learned? To start living our lives, to start living, dreaming, and doing what's right. So we need to decide if we're going to stay in pain or even halfway to paradise, or if we're going to actually go to paradise. And the time is now. So I think it is really important, if you think about it, how long are you going to wait and continue as you have been going? And I'm not saying that what I'm about to talk about is going to change everything in your life. But when you start doing something for you, when you start doing something that has a real focus on you personally developing and growing and learning about yourself and becoming something else, it's really important. It changes a lot. You think about kids, they're learning, they're constantly taking in things, they're like sponges. But then as an adult, we stop doing those things. And so we just slow down and we become adults and we do adulting. And that comes with stress. That comes with mortgages. That comes with bills. That comes with children. That comes with so many different things. So let's talk about what needs to change in order to make it happen. So for something to change, a decision needs to be made. No one can make that decision but you. And then you step over the line and you keep walking forward. You do not look back. We do not live life looking in the rearview mirror. It's time to stop that. The time is now to say yes. So let's talk about your online business apprenticeship in the area of network marketing and so forth. Now, it is a $189 billion industry. It is low risk and they're proven systems. Low risk to the people that are running the businesses that are involved as distributors or representatives or brand partners, because you don't take on all the risk that the company has in terms of the compliance, in terms of meeting regulations. You don't have to worry about infrastructure or shipping or anything like that. You also don't have to worry about product creation. It's all done for you. And the proven systems, they have usually things that you can use to share their different products. They create through a marketing department things that you can use. So you can just use everything that is there within a $189 billion industry and growing. So how incredible is that? A lot of people don't realize how big it is. Okay. You can work from anywhere. You can do it in small pockets of your time and you can leverage social media. Now, some people will say, okay, I need a lot of time to put into this, or I put a lot of time into it. You don't have to. This business is designed to be done part-time so that you can turn around and have the life that you are wanting. So a lot of people talk about network marketing and they talk about it's a lifestyle business. And, I want to retire my husband and I want to stop working and I want to, enjoy my life and travel more and do all these things. Well, how are you going to do that if you're working 100 hours a week or you're working, 60 hours or 40 hours a week? It's designed to be done part-time so that you can actually live that life that you are using as one of your talking points. So really, really important. And there is ways in which you can do it in the small pockets of your time where you are working really smart, not hard. It actually appears that you're working a lot more than you are, but you're actually doing it in small pockets of time. And it's because you're being smart and you're leveraging things like social media that allow you to basically do one thing and the ball keeps rolling for you. So let's have a look at this. Health and well-being again, finance and wealth creation, relationships, personal growth, and passion and purpose. And let's actually have a look as to where network marketing fits for all of these different categories. So let's talk health and well-being. So you get to choose your company. There are health and wellness companies that you can get involved in. So if it is something that you want to do in terms of improve your health, you can basically partner up with a company that has that as their main focus, which is absolutely incredible. And so you're going to get paid for getting healthier. You're going to get paid for having better health and well-being, which will be amazing. So you've got to be careful in choosing your company. Don't just go for anything, but generally in the network marketing industry, any products that are being sold, if the company has been around for a while, are extremely good because they're not in shops, they're not needing to be marketed by professional marketers. They are just sold through word of mouth. So if the word of mouth is not good, they're not going to continue. So that's why these products are good. So think about your company, think about what's important to you. If you sit there and go, I want to get healthier, so I'm going to sell makeup. That's probably not, I mean, you can, if that's a passion of yours, go sell makeup. But what about focusing on something where you want to be, something that you want to become, and actually having that as part of your story? You'll get more time freedom eventually. It might not happen at the start, but it will at the end as you move forward and you get this business to actually work for you. You've got to stop working in it and start working sort of above it. At the start, it takes a bit to get it going. It's a bit like an airplane and it's going along the tarmac. It's got to get off the ground. So it takes a little bit to get it going, but once you get it going, it's amazing. Now, your journey is what I was talking about before. So say, for example, health is something, let's talk about losing weight as an example. Say you really need to lose some weight for your health and you link arms with a health and wellness or weight loss company, and you then go on a journey with the products and you take people on that journey. You show them what it was like when you started and how it's going in week 1 and week 2 I'm 2 kilos down, I'm feeling a lot better. Week 3, I've been really out of it. I've had a few personal issues come up, kids have been crazy, it's been school holidays, and I really haven't been that good in taking my products. Be honest. Tell people that, take them on the journey. They will know then that you are telling the truth. And that is the thing. A lot of people think that network marketers are lying. They think they're trying to trick them. They think they're just part of some dodgy scheme. When you start taking people on your journey, they realize that this is just a real story and that they can follow along, and at any time they can jump on board and continue on that journey with you. That's why it's important to think about the company that you align with. You will have a supportive community. It happens anywhere. Some people will say, my company's better for that. But either way, in any company, you'll be as part of a team that no doubt are really supportive. Some are better than others, but it's something you'll find. You'll meet people that you would never have ordinarily met. You'll become friends with people that you probably wouldn't have in the outside world, and that's what's amazing. And you can pay it forward. You're helping others, so you're feeling good about not only your health and well-being, but you're helping others by sharing what these products can do. It's up to them whether they choose to buy them. It's up to them whether they choose to join you on this journey as a customer or someone within your company. It's completely up to them. But you've given a gift of sharing your journey, and then they get to decide whether they want to come along with you, but you're paying it forward by being honest and taking people, which is quite scary, on your own journey. So I think from a health and well-being perspective, there is certainly so much that we can do. Oops, we've skipped one. Okay, let's talk about finances and wealth creation. So with network marketing, you have an uncapped earning potential. So there are lots of different ways in which network marketing compensation plans are built. Some are, certain levels deep, certain levels wide, some you build in certain ways across different lines, but it doesn't matter. Each compensation plan will say that they're the best. It happens everywhere. Some of them can prove that they pay more than others, but generally they're all quite good, and you will have an uncapped earning potential. So really, what in life is uncapped for you in regards of earning potential? You get to set your own goals. So if you, for example, like Mariella, plans to replace her income from a full-time job, she will know exactly what she needs in order to do that, and she can work towards her goal. She's got uncapped earning potential, and she's got the ability to make that goal a reality. So that is what is fantastic about that. So you can set monetary goals, you can set time goals, time in which you're going to earn certain money. You might want to set it as a yearly goal, you might want to have it as a weekly goal, but everything you can set and you can work towards. You will also have an upline or someone who can help you work out then how you get to that goal. You're going to have to do the work, but they can help you get there. There's leveraged effort. So depending on what company you're with, it will come in different ways, but basically what happens is that you, alongside other people, work together and you can leverage the effort of others. So for example, if I sat there and worked for 1 hour, that would be 1 hour of effort. But what if I worked for 1 hour, but I got my team to come on with me and I had 20 people come on and myself, and so there was 20 of us all working for 1 hour. Well, I've leveraged my time and I'm actually working 20 hours for one. So it's real leveraged effort. So it's a way of getting wealth creation a lot quicker. It's really important when you're looking for the right company to find something that has consumable products. And the reason for that is that you don't want people to just buy once. You want them to buy again and again and again. This is the important thing about network marketing and good companies, is that you want to do the work once and get paid over and over again. That's the real value of residual income and where you start to get passive income. So at first, you would be explaining to them how your products work. You would be explaining to them how to take them and everything they need to do in terms of ordering. Once they've done it once, they can do it again without you, and again and again, if your product is consumable. And look for companies, they all should be this, but look for companies that are a legacy company. So if something should happen to you, it can pass on to your children or someone else, and you can basically have that carry on, because that's an amazing thing. You work your whole life and then you know that this can actually go on. And, for me, I'm a single mum. And so I know if something happens to me, my son just has to pay my auto ship, which is a couple of products per month, and he will continue to be paid what I get paid for the rest of his life until he hands it over. So relationships. We have quite a few things in here. So flexible hours are really good for relationships. We want to, flexible, okay, there's a spelling mistake there. I was thinking it didn't seem right. Flexible hours. So with your relationships, in order, I spoke before about, wanting to be home to, put the kids to bed or have breakfast with them, and where, COVID has been something that we've been able to do that. we're in that family friendly environment. There's more flexibility around our hours. And the same is with network marketing. Once you get to that point, you can be very flexible about the hours that you work. So you can pick and choose when you work. As I said, at the beginning, you are probably going to be doing this around another job. Some people will have full-time job, part-time job, or some will have no job. And so this is an excuse for you to just go hard because you've got the time. But you're going to have like-minded people around you that are really going to help and support you. Some will be in the same position as you where they want to go really, really hard and fast. Others will be happy to just sort of coast along and have that extra money coming in while they're improving, for example, their weight or their health and wellness or their skin or whatever it is. It's about living happy and living healthy. So what we want is to live the longest life that we can, as healthy as we can and as happy as we can. And if you start getting an environment where you feel like you have some choice over what you're doing in life, you'll find that you'll live a lot happier. Personal growth, it's one of my favorite things to talk about. As I said, when you're young, you're like a sponge and you are taking in so much information. So with network marketing, you have to learn new skills. If you started a brand new job, you would have to learn new skills. It's no different. It's exactly the same. So to do something professionally, which is what we want to do, we want to do this professionally so that the people that are negative towards it actually see that, oh, no, this is really like a business. They're very professional. You need to learn new skills and you need to learn how to do things right. I get so many messages from people and I just go, oh, you're doing this the wrong way. And it's just people who are randomly messaging anyone they possibly can. And that's why we get a bad name. Challenging your mindset. So you're going to find over time that you get a little uncomfortable as you grow, because you're going to learn new things about yourself. You're potentially going to have to grow in confidence and step up. And maybe at the beginning you won't speak in front of people, but I guarantee you through the years, you'll actually find, wow, like I'm doing presentations or I'm talking to people. I would never have done that in the beginning. The amount of people I've heard say that is just incredible. So, oh no, I would never have done that. I would never have done a live video. I would never have stood up in front of anybody and said these things. I would never have told my story. And eventually they do. So they're challenging their mindset. They're getting uncomfortable, but they're also learning from others. So learning and watching others and how they're doing things. But also, as I said, you'll have those opportunities where you can all come together and work. You'll have trainings that you can take part in. So things like that. So you can choose to watch Netflix or maybe take some time to grow. So Wednesday nights could be Netflix night. Maybe those Wednesday nights change and you work in your own business, but you're working on a way of personally growing. And the side exciting thing that you get on the side there is potentially some income while you're putting effort into yourself. So that's amazing. Network marketing companies have incredible events. So they have places that you can go along to. They often have retreats or, prizes, that you can go away for. They have, super Saturdays, super Sundays. They have, getting started or call to action days. There's so many things you can go to, and normally a, 2 to 3 day conference a year. So these are amazing things that people get to go to as part of their company, and they get to celebrate others, which is really important. We don't get to celebrate ourselves much as adults. So in here you do, which is fantastic. But the pleasure is usually more in seeing others being celebrated. So getting a part of that, I think, is really important too. And lastly, let's talk about passion and purpose. So here we're going to be talking about helping others. When you feel like you are helping others, it is incredible. It feels like you have real purpose. There is a real big difference between passion and purpose. You know, passion is that, you know, living in your vision and, you know, waking up every day with that excitement and feeling really passionate about what you do, things like celebrating the wins there that I've said. But then you have purpose where you start, it's bigger. You have a vision for the future, for yourself, for your family. You have a vision for others. You almost go on a mission. You have that level of certainty, and this takes time. But you get to a point at the beginning, it'll be just, I love what I do. I just love, you know, helping people with this or helping people with that, or I got this review from my customer, or I got some sales. All of that is excitement. But towards not the end, but as you keep growing and as your team grows, you start to see this as a kind of a positive addiction. And then you gain certainty. So you gain certainty that you are definitely doing the right thing. And I am at that level where I would never leave. I would never leave this profession. I have absolute certainty. I don't need to buy a raffle ticket. I don't need to buy a tax lotto ticket. I know that I have the right thing in my hand, whether it's my company or not. For me, I'm a one company girl. But for you, you might find a couple of different companies before you find the one that you want to call home. You get that level of certainty that your vision is probably not even big enough. And that is an amazing time when that starts happening. So the key is a commitment to transformation, that you want to change. You want to draw that line in the sand. You want to make the decision that the last 5 to 10 years is not the path that you're going to continue on for the next 5 to 10 years. Because don't forget, 5 to 10 years extra, you're getting older, you're not going to have the energy that you had before. So where are you on all of those things? Where is your health? Where is your finances? Where are your relationships? Are you going to commit to making them better? Are you going to commit to making yourself better? Or are you happy in the way you're going? Do you not need to make any changes? It's really important to consider. And if you think that change needs to be made, how long are you going to take before you make that change? So if not this, then what? There's lots of different opportunities that you have. You've got, you could go and get another job. You could change jobs. You could add jobs on, but you're trading time for money there. So that's a difficulty. If you take on something like a franchise, once again, you're taking on a job. You're not taking on something that has a passive income that's going to work when you don't work. Plus, you've got high royalties. You can take on a traditional business, but in order to start, there is no low risk there. There is really high risk. You need high money. You need big money to get invested in business. So why not try something like this that has such low startup costs, low risk, everything's set up for you. There's so many things that it is worth trying for. So there is a bit of background. It's not the bees, ends, all of network marketing, but some things for you to really consider around why network marketing and why now. So I hope that you have taken something from this presentation tonight and it has given you some insight. I'll stop sharing my screen now. I look forward to seeing you on our next presentation. Bye.